In this video, we're going to discuss the universal collective, this global energy for the Virgo New Moon, 2 of 2, and also it being a partial solar eclipse. Thank you for tuning in and watching or listening. My name is Edward. Let's see, psychic medium, animal communicator, your soul messenger host, assisting us all, including myself, to live, love, and manifest the life that our soul intended for us to live this lifetime. Let's get busy. All right, quick introduction. Go to my website, edwardragosta.community, link readings. That's where you can arrange a private psychic session with myself and my guides, telephone, online Zoom, and wherever I am at this point. It's going to be New York or California. All right. And the current rates will be there as well. And if you'd like more videos, daily insight, foresight, make it your best life possible moving forward, you can also subscribe to my video subscription service, Medium Tarot TV Plus. Feed your soul. And that's on link. It's on the same link, actually. No, it's actually on link Medium Tarot TV. All right, so now let's get to it. So, if you haven't already, watch the Zodiac Year 2025 year forecast video. I probably will keep up the first Virgo New Moon video through the initial month of this of the second Virgo New Moon. So probably through October 20th. So view that video if you haven't first, if possible, before you view this video. So we're going to continue where we left off so we're going to start with the current week energy. Though everything discussed here is an influence for the entire lunar influence, and in this case, because it is a solar eclipse, even though it's partial, this is going to be an influence from September 21st, 2025 through January 17th, 2026. Though the first initial month is going to be the strongest and when we can do the most energy work and maneuvering, and then it unfolds in the remainder. So the first month is September 21st through October 20th, 2025. All right, so we have the week energy of September 21st through the 28th, and the energy is thoughts of love and affection. So, as we look forward, we are to think of our happiness, our joy, what's going to make our heart sing, smile, rejoice. Okay? This could be person, place, thing, of course, but still, that should be our guiding force, and that was why we ended up with the theme healing song, the main one anyway, which is the title of the video, Give Me the Future. It really is in our approach and our perspective, and this is go with love, say it with love. So anything that we have love and affection for, that we gravitate towards, will feed our soul, heart and soul, energetically connected. Okay, so let your heart sing. All right. Immerse yourself in anything that does that for yourself. For me, it's music, which is why I include music. Okay. All right, that's pretty straightforward, right? All right, so now we move on to the next energy, which is the day energy. So we have the moon in Virgo. We have the new moon in Virgo at 3:54 p.m. Eastern. Adjust the time to where you are on the globe. And we have a partial solar eclipse as well in Virgo. And the color of the day is yellow. Very well. Now, the day energy is options and choices. So as we view our options, which we usually have more than we think we do, when we view our options and our choices, we'd go back to the last energy of thoughts of love and affection. Okay? So we choose the one that brings us joy. Okay? Though, with the next energy, whatever we choose, we would prefer if it had legs, meaning run the course of time. Because then we're talking about into the future. So we're weighing out all of our options. We have a choice to make. Doesn't have to be just one, but it should be something that we have love and affection for. And if possible, it leads us to a future or long range goal, because that's the next energy. It's really that simple. Now, the Astrological Association of this energy is with thoughts of love and affection. For the weak energy, there isn't any. But for this energy, it is the planet Venus in Scorpio. That's intense. Not negative or bad, but that's intense. So, if we don't love what we're doing, why bother? So that means we want to have an alternative or a backup plan, right? So that's like you have a day job that pays the bills, but while you're doing that, you're working on something on the side that you really have a passion for, and hopefully that will build and grow through time. Okay? All right. So, not necessarily quit your day job, but if that does apply, you might want to look into something on the side to fulfill you. Because if we do focus on, if we honestly, if we love our work and we're good at it, money will follow. Unless we sabotage ourselves and put the kibosh on it, it could happen, then money will follow. Okay. All right, that's pretty much straightforward energy. Now we're going to move on to the psychic insight theme. Now, little bit of history, background. We had the first Virgo new moon on August 23rd at 0 degrees, and that implies a beginning. This Virgo new moon, 2 of 2, is at 29 degrees, which implies not necessarily an ending. Well, it could be an end of a phase, or it could be closure, or it could be ending of a chapter, but not necessarily negative. Some things do have a shelf life, but it could be a completion of a cycle or a phase, and we're ready to move on to the next. That's quite possible. Now, again, with this potential ending or phasing out or moving into the next, we're to focus on that, if we know what that means for us personally, the first initial month, which is September 21st through October 20th, 2025. And then it can trickle through to January 17th, 2026, because of the partial solar eclipse influence. All right. Now, this energy is long range goals. Yeah, that's what it is. It also represents the stock market, but I don't know enough to say anything about it. But you might want to keep an eye on it. I know it has ups and downs, but this might be a good time in the first initial month, or we might just want to look to see. I know it really is an end game thing, but there are better times to buy and to sell. I don't know enough to say to give you advice on that, but it is built in. All right, for those who play that game. I'm involved, but I have someone that handles it for me because it's not my thing. So this is, what do we want to attract, create, manifest? And it does have to do with our inner vibration. Because we can say and do all the right things, but if we're negative inside, like, oh, there's no way this is going to happen, even if out of sheer dumb luck it does happen, we can sabotage it. We can let it slip out from underneath us or through our fingers because we don't have the, which could go back to sense of security within, self-love, worth, self-love, esteem, confidence, self-love, worth, esteem, confidence. It could come back to that. But still. So this could be a vision board if that's something that you're into, if you're a visual person, as a reminder. So this is the perfect time to do a list of your long range goals or revise one if you already have one. And then every step, every move that we make, we can ask ourselves, is it in alignment with that goal? If it is, if it's not, and of course, we're to have passion for whatever that end goal is, long range goal is. Otherwise, why bother? So, this is definitely future oriented. And as you can tell by the title of the video, we went that way with the theme healing songs, or at least the main one anyway. No, all three actually. But so the Astrological Association of this is the planet Mercury in Virgo. It has to be Virgo because it's a Virgo new moon, partial solar eclipse. So Mercury is the mind, mindset, among other things. And Virgo is practical and down to earth. So this is the planning. Dream, scheme away. But this is the planning and having a list of long range goals and making sure that each step is in alignment, that we make is in alignment with it. That's, to me, that's practical. Okay. All right. This is a wonderful energy. This can also represent family, but that can go beyond blood relatives. Friends are our chosen family, or a group or organization where gives us a sense of belonging or community. Could represent that as well. All right, so I'm going to give some, if you like to work with the new moon, I'm going to give you some new moon suggestions for manifesting, for your intentions. Just as according to, of course, to the universal energy. What do we have love and passion for? Okay. We might even want to ask for assistance to help us see all of our possibilities and options. And then whatever we have, whatever our long range goal or end game is, we can ask for assistance with that for it to materialize. And then hopefully along the way, our emotions will be involved, which they have to be involved anyway. Because when we envision the future, which is creative visualization, we have to. It's best to feel the energy as if we're living in it right in the very moment. So you feel the outcome, you feel the joy, the happiness that it's going to bring you, and you live in that. You live in that energy as if it's happening right this very moment. And then we just have to be careful that our mind doesn't get in the way until it arrives, or even when it arrives. All right, very well. Now, the theme healing song. Well, actually, before I do the theme healing song, I'm going to discuss the other astrological associations for zodiac year 2025, which I believe is March 29th, 2025 through I think it's like April 16th, 2026, if I got that correct. We have Virgo. Virgos are the it boys and girls this year, the energy mascots. So if you're a Virgo, you're activated, empowered, and triggered. And also the placement of Jupiter in Pisces. You would also, if you have that, you're also activated, empowered, and triggered. For the solar month, even though it ends technically tomorrow, September 22nd, it's still in play here because it falls on this day. We have the influence of Neptune. So if you're astrologically inclined, look to see where Neptune falls in your chart. That area is going to be activated or enticing you somehow. And we also have the Gemini, Libra, air sun signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Air sun signs, male, female, those specifically the youth, 28 years old or younger, before they make it to their first Saturn return in astrology at age 29-ish. All right. Now, the theme healing songs, which is my favorite part. So we had as our keywords choices and options, but then I went towards the keyword of future because of the long range goals. And we came up with the main song we came up with was Give Me the Future, title of the video. Released 2022 by Bastille. And well, I'm already a fan of that group anyway, but in the beginning of the video, it says, you don't predict the future, you imagine it. And I was like, if this song is half good, this is it. And of course, it is a great song, but that really sold me. And even though I do psychic readings, it's true. If you can dream it, then you can do it. So if you envision it, it's already done, then you just figure out how to get it done or how to allow it to enter your life. It's a great song, though. Now, the alternatives are Future Looks Good, released 2016 by OneRepublic, and Welcome to the Future, released 2009 by Brad Paisley. All great songs. But like I said, you don't predict the future, you imagine it. That had me. You had me at hello. They had me with that. Great. Great sentiment. So, again, we have the first initial month, September 21st to October 20th. Let's do all this energy work that's necessary for us, and then let it trickle through, unfold through January 17th, 2026, because it's being partial solar eclipse has a longer influence. All right, that's all she wrote. So until next time we connect, make it so. Imagine it and make it so. So until next time we connect, thank you for tuning in and watching or listening. And we hope to see you again in another video or telephone reading online, Zoom, or wherever I am in public. All right. Take care.